and then get that out of the way so we can play our waiting game. Hopefully get positions today too. It is the last day of the month. And you know, we had a trade every day this week basically, except for yesterday and Monday. So we're doing good, like okay for the week. It's not too bad. Like, we had 3 trades, but I would love to finish off in the bang. You know, like if we finish off with a nice runner today, shit, we're good for September. You know, as good as September's been for us, like we're up, I think like 11% for September. So it's like we're doing pretty good. You know, just keep it up and let's see where we finish off. But regardless, bro, there's no reason to finish negative this month. You know what I mean? Like, worst case, we take a loss today, or a loss one of these, like before the month ends, you lose like 3%. You know, we're still up for the month regardless. So it's like, no matter what you do, you're gonna come on top as long as you do not over trade. Okay, let's say you take a win, cool, call it a day, done, right? You take a loss, you know, try to relax a little bit, try not to force any trades, because it's a Friday, and what's that gonna do is gonna like force you to take trades into to the market close, because you're trying to make as much as you can, or try to make back all your losses, all your wins by the end of the day, right? And as you do that, you're running out of time, so you're more pressure to take trades, and it just doesn't end off well. You know what I mean? It never ends well. So try to avoid doing that by any means today. I know Fridays are tough, and then you gotta sit there through the whole weekend dwelling on what you did on Friday. You're like, fuck, man, maybe I should have done that on Friday. You know, maybe I should just relax, because then you can come on Sunday, have a fresh mindset. You know, but now you come back Sunday and you're like, wow, release me out the gates, man. I'm trying to revenge back these losses from Friday. You know, so like it's just a mess, bro. You don't want to fall into that trap, fall into that cycle. So regardless of what it is today, man, win or loss, just take one trade today and call it a day. You know, like that's what I'm gonna do, regardless of what happens today. Not that I'm saying we're gonna lose, but I'm just saying in general, like, you know, if like, no matter what happens, no matter what the result is, it's one and done for me today probably. Unless the first is a break-even trade, we'll see. Imagine you're risking 11% in one trade and wipe out a whole month's work. You know, the most I've risked in one trade is like 9%. So worst case, you finish off 2% in profit. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You have news today, right, chat? So you have news. I think you have, what do you call it? Yeah, you have core PCE price index today, and then you have revised UOM consumer sentiment. Damn, you have 2 folders. Shit. All right. Well, you might have a day like yesterday again where you had damn, that's tough, man. You might have a day like yesterday again where you kind of had like a folder at 8:30, didn't do much, and then 10 a.m. came, and after 10 a.m. came, you started to move, right? So we might have a day like that today. But that doesn't mean you can't get positions before news. You can definitely get positions before news, but you're gonna need like direction, or you don't need direction, but you'll get direction likely after the 10 a.m. folder, after all the folders come out. But yeah, let's start off here. So first things first, last day of the week, as you can see, or last day of the month, you have 8 hours left in this month, and it looks like right now you are currently at this resistance here. I'm just gonna fly through this because like I can't really speak for much today. The voice is it's a little cracky, but yeah, you have this resistance here, you have this support here. You obviously are going to close below the range here unless price for some reason just flips and reverses here, which I highly doubt it. I don't think you have enough time to reverse in 9 hours here. But yeah, you should be able to close below 1920, and if that's the case, looking left, you are coming down to tap into minor levels here, or minor support levels, which is right here. Look left here, you're going to look at this to the left here, you're looking at this, you're looking at this, you're looking at this, you're looking at this, right? You're looking at all these levels here, and it's going to show you that your minor levels of support is going to be somewhere around here, right? So this is a level you kind of want to be cautious about for sales, especially because at any given point you can just rip back, pull back for obviously the weekly or monthly bottom wick, because the monthly's got a form bottom wick today. So chances of you, right? Is it the last day of the month? Yeah, it is, right? So, or second last trading day of the month. So like if you were to like kind of pull back here, right, it'll make sense to pull back today, because then the monthly will have a bottom wick and we'll finish off somewhat like this, right, below the range. Like this could possibly happen, right? So it doesn't have to pull back and reverse up to like 1920. It can pull back, reverse to like 1980, 1985, right? Like nothing crazy, but just a pullback for a bottom wick, right? Because if you get a bottom wick, then next month's candle will likely continue to push further down, right? Because you're closing below its range, and then next month's candle should do something like this, right? Towards the next support, which is right here. Right? So yes, see what I mean? Like if you're gonna form a bottom wick, it's likely gonna be grabbed today off of today's pullback. Now let's drop down to a smaller time frame. So that's just an idea. Nothing is confirmed for buys, nothing's confirmed for sells. It's just overall ideas for you to take a look at. The weekly here shows that you are like you have 9 hours left into the weekly, obviously same shit. And it looks like you are going to be closing below the most recent, which is right here. So if you're closing below here, there's a high chance in the past, every time you close below here, I've noticed that you did drop down. So they drop down here, they drop down here, they drop down here, and they drop down here after closing, right? And you drop down towards here, 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 and here. So overall here should be a good level. So as long as you close below 1887 this week, perfect. Next week should continue to drive further down towards the next support, which is going to be somewhere around 1820. Now, damn. Yeah, so that's your next support down price, right? So the daily time frame shows you though that we're bearish as well, right? So we're bearish, but I think you close. The difference with the daily is that I think you close respecting the support here at 1860. So if that is your support down price and you close respecting that support level, even this for instance, right? You even respected that, but let's say this is your overall support. There's a high chance that you will break the lows today, right? Because you gotta break the lows. Even if price were to drop up, it has to break the lows, right? And obviously if it drives down, it's gotta break the lows as well, obviously, right? But if it were to drive up, you need to break the lows and you need to tap into 1857 first before making your way up, and that'll also be the 4 bottom wick. So if any given time today you do something like this on price where you come down, create a bottom wick, and then flip bullish, close bullish, then I'll look for buys going up to retest the highs at 1885, 1887, right? Because even if you close bearish here on the 4 hour time from here in about 56 minutes here, right? As long as you close bearish, like I'll say respecting this support right around here, it's fine still, because at any given point, again, you can still make your way up to retest the highs like this, right? So at any given point, this could happen where you come down, tap 5.7, and then break the highs to continue driving up towards the next resistance, as long as you respect this resistance here, right? So you have 55 minutes left for a 4 hour close. That's a lot of time. For all I know, you might even close bearish. You might even close below the range here. And if you do, then guess what? You're going to continue to drive down, right? But if you don't, then there's a high chance next candle will break the lows and then make its way up towards the top of the range, which is going to be 1880, 1885, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at today for price. I'm looking to take advantage of the buys from 5.7 up or above 7.2 up towards 8.5. It's a nice range today regardless, right? The 1 hour time frame again, or sorry, the 1 hour time frame and 30.15, the small time from here, it comes down to just mark up my levels here. So if I have ideas for buys at like 5.7, right, then how can I mark up my buys at 5.7? So let's go ahead and mark up the overall support. Let's go ahead and just mark this up for now. Again, chat, excuse my voice, bro. My shit's just sick. So where's your support? 5.7, 5.5. Okay. Kinda. That ain't it, chief. That ain't not it. That is not it. Nope, that is not it as well. What's this? 5.8. Okay, a little more trustworthy. So yeah, it's a very inaccurate, the levels here. Like there's a lot of like resistance and supports that have been broken here. It's not one clean level, but I would say here should be good. Respecting most recent support overall, that's ideal. We're not looking for sells below here anyways, right? We're looking at this as a support form for price to drive up. So like we're not looking for sells like below here. If we're looking for sells below here, then I'll zoom in a little more. Maybe like below 55 would be a more ideal, right? But I'll mark my sell levels later on. But it's just your overall range is formed here. And obviously you have a resistance up here at 7.7. Or 82 actually, it's but 82. Nice. Okay, cool. So that's perfect. So these are my overall ranges, right? It's a massive range. It's a range of like 210 pips, right? Now within the range you have another range, right? And that range inside of this range is going to be, I'll say this is your resistance on price and this is your support, right? So ideally, overall, once you break out of this range here, right here, you should be good to pick a direction on price to drive up or drive down, right? But if I'm looking for buys here, right, I'll prefer if we can close like respecting this support level, right? If we can just continue to close bullish at the support, right, and then just break the lows, right? Tap 5.7, 5.9, perfect. Buys would be good to go up, right, to retest the highs. However, if you do something like this first, where you make your way up here, and you tap into like 1981, right? Sure, from 1981, I can look for sells going back down to retest the lows, right? Because then that'll be liquidity, or that'll be us taking advantage of this range. I'm not too sure if we're gonna retest the lows completely, but I'm looking to grab for sells at least this move from here to here, like from 81 to like 74 should be ideal, right? But again, a lot of things could play into today's analysis, like the 4-hour close, like that's gonna affect the analysis a lot. So like likely we're gonna get trades likely after 9, maybe small chance before 9, but there's a folder at 10 and then there's a folder at like 8:30. So maybe after 8:30 we'll see if we break out the range, but it's just whether or not price wants to break out or not just yet, right? Because again, you have a folder at 10, so you might just end up moving after 10 for all I know, right? But again, this range here is very messy. I'm avoiding this range by any means right now. I'm waiting for this breakout, and I'll wait for price to tap into like 5.9 levels, or like tap into 81 levels. But here's the thing as well, we could also play the small time frame ranges. Like we can also play the 5-minute ranges as well today, which is not bad. It's not a bad idea, right? But even for the 5-minute ranges, like the 5.15, you need to grab liquidity first. So like even if you get buys, like you need to grab liquidity at like 6.3 or 6.4 here before making your way up, right? And then for sells, same shit. Like you could take sells probably like at like 7.8, you know, 7.9, but again, you need to tap those levels first to come down. So like if this were to happen, sure, you know, like you break out the range, and then next thing you know, you close back into the range on the 5.15. Sure, we can grab this push here from 7.3 down to 6.7. That range is like 60 pips, right? Overall, it's still clean. So that's what I got going on, chat, for the day. All right. But again, during this analysis, I will adjust it during the stream, during as price prints more candles and structure. This is right now is more of like the higher time frame analysis. It's more of like the 4-hour, 1 hour. But if things don't move, then I'll adjust to the 5-minute. I'll drop down to the 5.15 and mark up those levels instead. But for now, there's still some potential. Maybe after like 8:30, 8:45, 9, if nothing happens, then sure, I'll drop down to the 5 and we'll look for positions on the 5, you know. But there's multiple games you can play today, right, on price. This goes back up. Oh no, it's not up for me yet. Nah, so weird. They got hacked, bro. But yeah, man, that is what I got going on today. Imagine this was down today, and then today's the day where I get like 150 pips